narcotics out of our store. This is a case where a weapon was displayed, as you saw in the circle. This speaks for itself. Particularly violent actions where these folks are just literally trying to get out of the store with any consequence. This is a gentleman spraying one of our customers and our associates with bear spray. Another example of a weapon being pulled on one of our associates. Pepper spray. See another weapon on a gentleman's hip. And actual physical assault with a weapon. Gentleman was 79 years old.
In addition, we recognize that enforcement operations to hold those accountable for participating in illegal activity are essential in dealing with these critical issues. The local drug trade has changed over time. Years ago, when I was supervising our narcotics unit, we often dealt with methamphetamine labs, as already been mentioned by my partners here. And while addressing those local manufacturing and distribution of methamphetamine, we were also addressing crack cocaine and marijuana. 13 years later, we're dealing with fentanyl, and we're still addressing methamphetamine. However, the meth labs are not common anymore. Methamphetamine and fentanyl are almost exclusively imported to Cedar Rapids. Our information indicates that drugs are manufactured internationally and enter the United States through our southern border. And in addition, local traffickers have sources near the southern border that allow them to bring large quantities of illegal narcotics directly into our city. The quantity of illegal drugs seized has also changed dramatically. In the past, an ounce seizure was significant. We now routinely see multiple pound seizures. Simply put, we're seizing much more product now than ever before. And for example, in Cedar Rapids, we've seized 42 pounds of methamphetamine since January of this year, so in the first few months of this year. We also recognize the impact of organized retail theft and its impact on our community. We see issues with our city, and we want to work with our private businesses to support their efforts to minimize loss. Vitality in the retail sector is essentially any healthy community, and when illegal theft activity impacts their operations, it becomes a priority for law enforcement, and we want to do everything that we can to support them.
With what we're talking about here, first of all, I have a couple pieces of legislation on organized retail crime that you've heard me talk about one of them here, and you've heard people in the audience talk about it. But you see a very close relationship between people that will go into a big store and steal things and then market them someplace where they can reap a lot of money. The cartels, we were told, were involved in this, even right here in Iowa. I mean, it isn't just cartels south of the Rio Grande, right here in Iowa involved in this. And then, of course, the money is laundered, some of it all the way back to China. Maybe I got the opinion, maybe most of it back to China, but I can't speak for sure about that from my personal experience. And then eventually used to buy things that you make fentanyl and methamphetamine from. And we know what fentanyl does to kill 400 Iowans over the recent time, maybe a year or 2 years. 70,000 Americans die from using fentanyl. And by the way, let me just say to you,